and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So in this video I'm going to have another look at Raid Party. So I had a look at Raid Party probably about 2 months ago, when it sort of became something people were talking about. And back then I bought sort of 2 NFTs to start playing, but the prices were just a bit sort of crazy. The prices went up quite a lot, so in the end I sort of sold out and just sort of left it. But now the prices have sort of come back down a little bit, or the prices actually for the what do you call them? The fighters have come down quite a lot. So I thought I'll have another go. I do quite like on-chain games. I think they just have a different atmosphere. What's going on there? Even if they're sort of as games, they're less interesting. So Raid Party, in terms of the sort of gameplay, is it's an idle game. So sort of the simplest sort of game you can have. We see a lot of idle games on free-to-play mobile, and basically an idle game is you don't do anything. So you basically choose some starting sort of characters or starting gear or something like that in a game, and you sort of just let it go, and you accumulate some materials or some resources in the game, and then over time you use those resources to sort of level up your character. In terms of Raid Party, as we can see here, every so often a sort of boss character turns up, or there's always a boss character, and then your fighters here, you can see I can have up to, well, you can see I can have up to 4. So there's an empty slot here. So I can I just bought these from OpenSea. So I bought these 4 characters, and they just basically bash this boss character or this enemy character until their health goes to 0, and then another one sort of turns up. So you know, as games goes, you could argue this is borderline not a game, I suppose. So the bit that's happening here is, to play the game you need to have one hero. So you can see this is my hero here. She has 1.6 times damage. Each of my fighters have a different damage metric. So I just bought these off the floor. They're not exciting ones. But I've got an empty slot here, so I can go and sort of add that in. And the other interesting thing here, which is why I'm doing the video, is that the thing the material you earn in this game is this. So it's called Confetti. And once you have 100, so that's taken me about just over a week, I think. Once you have you've earned Confetti, you can go and start creating new characters. So I could create a party fighter, which is what I'm going to do. So I need to use my Confetti to summon a new fighter, have random traits. So that's going to cost me 100. Or I could summon a raid hero, which are you only need one of those, but they can have these sort of multiplier effects. But these are, you need 100 Confetti again, but you also have to burn 20 fighters. So you can see there's a real sort of ratio here that 20 fighters is, if I do the maths right, is going to be 2,000. So you need if you're going to do this sort of organically, you need to have sort of basically got 2,000 of these Confetti tokens to make your 20 fighters, and then you can summon one hero. Obviously you can just buy them off OpenSea. So there's sort of a ratio here about what I guess what the price should be. So effectively, the price of the cheapest the hero, the price of the cheapest hero should be like 20 times the price of a fighter. And the other thing to notice here is this is the user ladder. So in terms of everyone's very interested in blockchain games about whether you can earn money, I'm not playing this to earn money. You can see here Pranksy is #1, massive NFT collector. These people are just going to be, they are going to be able to just generate enormous amounts of heroes and fighters just because they've got, they just have the best characters in the game. They're generating loads of Confetti. Always important in a blockchain game to think, with my small, weak force, if I can make money, who's going to be making a lot more money than me? So I'm not doing this to make money. There is a whole guild stuff as well. I'm not into the guilds. I'm not checked that out. It's not even, doesn't look like it's live yet either. So there's another whole guild thing. And you can also, actually should point out, you can also upgrade your fighters. So all my fighters are level 1. I don't have enough, not going to have enough Confetti, am I? Not quite. So that'll be another video then. So I could at some point take one of my heroes and use 25 Confetti to upgrade. Although there is a interesting mechanic here, 90% success and 0% chance to downgrade. But when I'm level 1, obviously there'll be a percentage that I'm going to downgrade my hero. But you can see you're basically doubling your damage at that point. So that's sort of how it's working. I think this one here is okay. This one's finished. So something else, probably more for the practices of the world. With your confetti, when you earn your confetti, they did a drop here with this designer, and okay, so you needed to put in 300 confetti tokens in order to maybe get a chance at winning. 50 people won. So there we go. That's what's going on with this. It's a very simple game. I think what's interesting for me about these sort of on-chain games is they are very simple, but if they sort of take off, they do build quite strong communities around them, and not necessarily doing it for a monetary gain. But we can sort of see over time, particularly when things like guilds kick in, you start to sort of see how a community sort of builds bottom up rather than top down, because no one's playing this game because it's a super exciting game in terms of gameplay. So let's see what we're going to have to do here. So in order to summon a party fighter, I'm going to have to approve the token. So let's go through that approval process. This is an Ethereum, should just point out, Ethereum mainnet game. So there'll probably be whatever the gas fee is at the moment. There'll be a gas fee. Have to approve the token, and then I can also pay gas fee to summon a fighter. And probably the gas fee will be more than buying a fighter on OpenSea, but the point is to go through the process. So let's see how it goes. In fact, actually, I can do this first. Yes, it's going to cost me. So the other thing to point out is you can see here in the top right, I don't actually have any confetti at the moment. So this is what's been building up as I've been, playing the game. So I have to also have a gas fee to go and collect this. So there's sort of, with these on-chain games, clearly there's gas fees everywhere. If it's on Ethereum mainnet, the level I'm playing, not economic really, because you're just paying a lot of gas fees for these things that are basically for free. I think these characters at the moment cost, $20, $30 if you want to go and buy them. So suddenly paying like, $2 or $3 gas fees just to set all these things up is probably not very sensible. But I'm not doing this to be kind of financially sensible. So that first approval transaction has gone through. Now I have to claim or withdraw my confetti. So again, another Ethereum transaction that I have to sign through MetaMask. And as you can see here, so this gas fee is enormous. So you would never do this normally, because this is a very high gas fee for what is a very small amount of value. Okay, so we can see pending has gone basically down to 0. It's sort of reset itself, and now I have 122.59 confetti in the wallet. So I actually had a quick look while I was waiting for that, and price of confetti is about 30 cents. So basically I was paying about a $25 gas fee for about a $30 value token or amount of tokens. So I'd be much better off just buying confetti from the from Uniswap if I was going to do it that way. Okay, but we're not doing it that way. We are going to do a summons. So again, it's going to be horribly expensive. So I need to also approve, set fighter approval. So again, another gas fee to do that. Okay, and finally now we're going to spend 100 confetti to summon a party fighter. So let's see how that goes. So again, gas fee $13. So probably easier to just buy it off the OpenSea marketplace, but we won't get our own random trait fighter there. Okay, so there we go. We have a new fighter now. Slightly underwhelming sort of situation though, and this sort of happens with on-chain games, I think. So we can see this new character has been sort of created, but it looks like we don't know what sort of character is yet. So we can see these ones, we can see it has like a serial number, so it's minted on the Ethereum blockchain, but I imagine there's probably some sort of other transaction going on with the game's smart contract that's actually going to work out the trait. So we can see here I've got a paladin, an assassin, and an archer, and we can see what their damage is. At the moment, this is showing damage 0. Not because there is damage 0, but because the NFT has been minted, but the traits, I imagine, are not on-chain traits. And I guess we can see that because if we want to enhance our characters, so if I'm going to enhance a character, we can see here that the you know, if we're going to level them up, then their damage is going to increase. So that clearly isn't an immutable trait that is going to be, you know, fixed on a blockchain. So some of this sort of stuff is going to be sort of off-chain. There's different ways of doing it. It could be on a side chain, could still be on a blockchain, but just not on the Ethereum mainnet. So I don't know enough how Raid Party works to know that, but just this is sort of one of the problems with on-chain games is they just sort of have to work in the way that the sort of blockchain works. So I'm going to have to wait to see how that comes out. While we're here, let's have just a quick look at OpenSea so you can sort of see what's going on there. So this is the, if you want to just buy a, not suggesting that you do, but if one wanted to buy just a fighter from OpenSea, we can see there are 20,000 at the moment. Obviously this is going up because people are summoning them all the time. You can also see, just like my situation, there are a whole bunch of these, you know, this animation here shows fighters that have just been created and haven't yet been revealed. So there's quite a lot that people are just putting on sale at a, you know, that sort of price. If I go buy now, what have we got? So we can see here, yeah, if you just wanted to sort of start off, the cheapest one is $53. We can see sort of these are the properties, and we can see here the level here, the damage here is 998 of a maximum 1,400, and it's not been enhanced at all. So we can see here this one was just minted and transferred. So yeah, and also we can see while we're here, let's have a quick look at Raid Party Heroes. So that was $50 for one of those. These are the heroes. So these, as we sort of saw, you need 20 of those heroes to create one of these. So these are much more expensive, effectively 0.4 ETH. So this is $765. So you can see probably not exactly the right ratio, but you can see the ratio of sort of 20 to 1 is about right. We can see here. So this one on the levels, damage multiplier again. That's high, not been enhanced, and this is the size. So the one I bought was a pretty cheap one. So that had the hero I had had a party size of 4. You can have other ones. Let's see if we can. Not sure I can search for this. Let's have a look. Yeah, so party size here we could. I think my previous one I had a party size of 6, so we can look here. These obviously can be more expensive. Actually, not that much more expensive. So this one here has. Where are we going? So this one here have party size of 6, so you can have 6 fighters. So obviously, you can sort of go faster. And I guess if we wanted to be very up with it, we could choose one that had a party size of at least 10. So these are obviously going to be very valuable ones. So this is. Probably looks like nothing for sale at the moment, but this last one sold for 3 ETH, and she has a party size of 10, so she's, you know, going to obviously earn out a lot more of the confetti. So I guess that's where we're going to have these sort of big pranksy type people are going to be coming in, and they're going to be, you know, really having, you know, the biggest teams they have and the strongest fighters, and earning out this sort of confetti as quickly as they can. So that's what's going on there. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll do some more videos. I'll do a I guess I'll do a enhancement when I've earned enough confetti for that sort of leveling up process. Probably interesting. But thanks for watching this one, and see you again soon.